everybody! Welcome to this week's episode of the Headbanging Hostess, where it is Soup and Snackmaster night. Yes, indeed. This week is hopefully one of the first of an installment series of BYO dinner parties. I'm not really making people bring their own dinner, but I'm making them bring some of the ingredients. I have had a little sort of tip jar out a few times, and on pizza night I made $50, and on the last dinner of 2010 I made $16, and stock night I made $2. So, yeah. Oh well. I hope this is everybody's favorite shot. Judging by all the fan mail I got, I would say it is. I'm going to make a fantastical cheeseburger soup. Totally fantastical. But I will be making that on the day of. And we've got the Snackmaster machine, the vintage Snackmaster machine. So people can bring all these sandwich innards and I will supply the bread and we can have all sorts of crazy sandwich combinations. And then ice cream sandwiches, which is what I'm making today. I'm making rosemary cookies, but I'm actually adding some other spices. The recipe called for lemon, which I don't have, so I thought I would add some of my fruit mint, which was from my garden. I had the apple mint and the orange mint and a couple other fruits that I can't remember right now. So I've got them all. Look how beautiful that is. That's fruit mints, and that is some rosemary, and that is coriander. So that's going in the sugar cookies, and I'm gonna have some sour cream ice cream, which was a huge hit on Hungarian night. I've got tons of sour cream left from baked potato night, so that's what we'll be making with that. Yo ho! So I'm gonna make this fancy schmancy camera angle, and then yeah, we'll see what the fuck happens next. Stay tuned to see what the fuck I do next. Okay, so what I have is a half cup of powdered sugar, I've got the herbs, and then I've got 1 cup of flour and half a cup of butter. That's it. No baking powder, no egg. So, can you see everything now? I've got my fancy schmancy red mixer. Butter. Half a cup of sugar. 1 cup of flour. Herbs. Mix. Oh, it's going everywhere. I don't believe right now that this is going to turn into a cookie. Totally dry. I don't know. I'll add some milk to it and see what happens. It seems to be turning into something now. Let me get this off the feeders here. Alright. This is something more recognizable as cookie dough. That is a good cookie dough consistency. Little sticky, but that's okay. Off my fingers. Now I'm going to scoop them out onto cookie sheets. Dough's being a pain in the ass. Listen, just because a recipe says something doesn't fucking mean it's going to work that way, right? So always try to keep a cool head, says Miss I fucking cry over ice cream sandwiches. And, yeah, just use your brain, always. And if something doesn't seem to be going right, use your brain, see if you can think of a way to fix it, and act upon that. So I see that this is way too soft to work with. So I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator for a while, let it harden up again, and then I'll be able to scoop it out real nice into some cookies. I've got the dough here. It's all chilled, ready to go. I realized also I was using too big of a scoop to scoop it out, so I've got a teaspoon. So are probably going to be some very small cookies. Now I've got the cookie dough. All spooned out, and now I have a glass, which I sort of smear a bit of the dough on the bottom, and then dipped it in sugar. And I'm going to use that sugar-dipped glass to flatten out the cookies. Ta-da! And they don't have to be perfect. Perfection is overrated. I mean, we want engineers to be perfect. You know, the person who's making your plane, yeah, you want them to be perfect. It's a fucking cookie, dude. Eight egg yolks, cup of sugar, my KitchenAid mixer, which is on my top 10 list of favorite kitchen toys, which you can find on my blog. Mix them together. These yolks are really orange because they're really good eggs. They're Land Lake eggs. You're supposed to mix it till it turns like a pale yellow. But when you start off with shitty eggs, they're already pale yellow. Can you see what color that is? Kind of pretty. I'm still going to beat it a little more, a little paler, and then I'm going to add in the heavy cream. Alright. Now the secret when adding the heavy cream, since it's already hot, is you don't want to put it in all at once and scramble the eggs. So you do it in a thin stream. And I am not at all bold with this. My teacher just takes that cream and just throws it right in there. He's one bold motherfucker. Me, not so much. I put it in very slowly because I'm scared. I don't want to ruin it. Awesome. Now, what I want to do, actually, what I want to do is cook it in this, but I'm already using that for something, so I'm going to have to cook it in this. And you cook it on a medium heat, I'd say, till it coats the back of a spoon. Because the thicker it is on the back of that spoon, the creamier it's going to be in your mouth when you're eating it. Oh yeah, baby. Creamy in your mouth. Time to make the ice cream sandwiches. What I've got here is the rosemary mint cookies that I made the other day, and I've got the sour cream ice cream in the freezer right now. I just wanted it to harden up a little bit. I had some severe ice cream trauma this summer. I was fucking crying, snot coming out the nose. It was bad, because they were all freaking melting. When you're making ice cream sandwiches at home, you want to make sure your freezer is really good. You don't want to overpack your freezer because there's not going to be enough cold to freeze them quickly enough, and the ice cream will melt all over your cookies and it'll really suck. Look at that. How beautiful is that, huh? Alright. You really don't need to see my face, do you? Okay. I don't want to put too much because they're really small cookies and they're very delicate. I'd say that's pretty good. Ta-da. Awesome. Right in the freezer it goes.
Bollywood, Connecticut to Hollywood, to move will be there. On big jet planes with champagne, it's all the same, it's all the same. On big jet planes with champagne, to move will be there. We'll call a pick and make a stick, show you how the rock stars think. We're coming through and straight for you, to move will be there. We'll go to clubs and get kicked out and show you what it's all about. We'll start a fight and light the night, to move will be there. Tracks and count the snacks, sipping on cognacs. We're coming through and straight for you, to move will be there. The neon lights are shining bright, it's time to rock the ship tonight. Yeah, it's true, we come for you, cause it's what we do. So light 'em up and fill your cup, take this or will erupt. We're coming through and straight for you, to move will be there. Connecticut to Hollywood, from